So I wanted to do a quick revisit video about the Propel Pivot GT, especially about its midnight matte finish deck. Now you still have the option of going to the high gloss deck, which we did already with a full review. So if you missed the full review, go ahead and check that out. We did that in about February of 2024. Now the midnight matte finish still is the carbon hybrid BVR unibody design. You just have the option to choose from a matte or the original high gloss. Now, in my personal opinion, this looks way better. The deck is still super wide for bigger riders and yet super sleek for smaller riders such as myself. It's kind of crazy how this board can satisfy so many different riders out there and checks off all the boxes. Usually a higher performing board with good range is chunky, heavy, and not sleek like the Propel Pivot GT. Which brings me to my next topic, performance. Now, I don't know any other belt drive 2-in-1 production board under $1,500 that will beat this board in an uphill battle. If you're a subscriber to this channel, you know we've done major hill tests with all kinds of different belt drive boards. So we are constantly trying to find the best bang for buck 2-in-1 belt drive board. And if you've seen our older videos with all our hill races, you know the Propel Pivot GT pretty much beats everything out there. It was a hair behind my DIY, and it was a hair behind the Bamboo Diablo, which is way more expensive. Now this board is priced at $969 with our discount code, which is absolutely ridiculous. This is kind of a freak of nature, which we have already said in our actual YouTube short before. I've seen so many people buy a $600 to an $800 straight board and then going online a week later asking about battery upgrades, wheel upgrades, etc. So then they wind up spending more money to try to compensate for more comfort with wheels and more range. Next, I wanted to quickly mention reliability and customer service. I have not yet had one malfunction on my Propel Pivot GT, and the customer service is awesome. If you have any types of questions or malfunctions on your Propel board, just join the Propel EV Facebook group chat, and my man Russell will always help. He's very active in the community and he always responds within one business day. I remember this man had a death in the family and he was still helping people out on the forums. Next, I wanted to talk about the new Omni Esk8 trucks we installed. Now these are aftermarket. This does not come with the board, so I wanted to make that very clear. These are Omni Esk8's 13-inch double kingpin high precision CNC truck set, and they are truly awesome. For those who don't know, my DIY has the same trucks but in the traditional kingpin version. These have excellent carvability, great stability, and fantastic polish. I also love how they come with high cupped wall washers for increased stability, but as you can see, I'm mixing it up a little bit with some flat washers as well. Now with the Pivot GT, I don't exactly love the way the top mount looks simply because of this deep dish truck design that they did with the GT. On my DIY, it doesn't really look like this, but in my opinion, the upgrade is worth it. Now, the small downfalls of changing these trucks is that now I don't have the tail light and the rear bash guard. That is something I wish I can save and actually utilize, is a bash guard. I love to have a bash guard on a 2-in-1 board. Not only does it look good, but it also protects the motors when I switch to street wheels. But the motor mounts still save the motors from getting scratched when sitting the board upright. Now, Omni Esk8 has a whole list of production belt drive boards that shows these trucks can simply bolt on. Now, if your particular board isn't listed or you have a DIY that they're not too familiar with, I highly suggest sending them an email or a DM on Instagram. Now, normally these trucks are about $389, but they're having a sale right now that makes it only $330. If there is no particular sale while watching this video, you can always use our discount code to take some more money off. Now, not only did I find out these trucks are a nice, tasteful upgrade, but I added on the Mboards Nova 6-inch tires. Between the double kingpin trucks from Omni Esk8 and these Nova tires, it is the ultimate shredder. It can go off-road, it can go high speeds, it can carve very well, it has great stability, and it has an insane amount of grip. Now, the stock Sunmates are fine. I just wish if they were trying to cut costs, they would go with the 6-inch Hoda rather than the 6-inch Sunmates, because I will admit, their Bravura hubs/rims are really nice. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was speed and range. because in my original review, I did a smidge over 30 miles per hour with the stock 55T with 6-inch tires. But with the 6-inch Nova tires, I was utilizing 60T, which should decrease my top speed a pretty good amount. And I still got 29.9 miles per hour with my top speed. Now, I guess why I'm pointing this out is, as you can see, the Nova tires are taller than all the other 6-inch tires. So if you're like me and you want that good top speed without cutting away that mid-range power and your acceleration from a dead stop, I think the Nova tires might be a really good option. I feel like these tires are a mix between a 7 and a 6-inch. So you're still getting good top speed, good acceleration, that flat contact patch, that super grippy feel like a low profile tire on a sports car, and the durability of an off-roading tire. Also, the rubber that's made from this wheel makes it very, very strong and hard, which therefore makes it very durable, deflects a lot of glass and debris, so it prevents a lot of punctures, and it lasts way longer than your average 6-inch or 7-inch all-terrain tire. Now please do not get it twisted. The stock setup with the tires and the trucks on the Propel Pivot GT is perfectly fine. It does a good job carving, grip, stability at higher speeds, and possibly one of the best rims/hubs on the market. In fact, I wanted to put the Novas or the 6-inch Evolve tires on the Bravura hubs. I was just too lazy. Me switching out wheels and trucks and bearings and bushings is kind of my addiction. I'm always trying new setups, new tires, new wheels, new bushings, because I like to try different things, different feelings underneath my feet. So if you're kind of the rider that doesn't need all these different setups, I promise you the stock setup you'll be very happy with. Now, when I did my original review, I did my range test in the middle of winter and I got 22.9 miles. So I did it again, but in much warmer climate at 69 degrees Fahrenheit. And this time I got 26 miles of range, doing some off-roading, carving hard, and riding in mostly pro mode. So bottom line is, whichever deck you choose, the Propel Pivot GT is a true freak of nature. It is the best bang for buck 2-in-1 belt drive production board you can get. It's got performance, it's got range, it's got polish, it's got carve, it's got stability, it's got durability, it's got reliability, it's got great customer service, and in my opinion, the most important thing is the diversity. Being able to switch from different pulleys to different wheels to making that one board perform and feel completely different. And all that under $1,000 is a true no-brainer. Don't forget to use our discount code Esk8Unity at checkout for an additional discount. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, guys.